You can use it. So for somebody who doesn't know Little Giant, what should we know about the brand?
Well, they originated. It's the multi-purpose ladder. It's invented by a man named Hal Wing, owner of the company, over 40 years ago. And the beautiful thing is, it's one ladder that does all the jobs you need it to do, but it stores a little over 4 feet tall. So it's easy to transport, it's easy to store, but it does all those projects you really need it to.
Okay, here's the wow of this ladder. It is the lightest weight Little Giant 24-in-1 we've ever presented on QVC. It is under 30 pounds. That means I can carry it, you can carry it. You're getting the ladder. You get everything you need. It's a feature price of $159.95. I have to tell you that you might be going, Rachel, why are you so excited about a ladder? This ladder allowed me to clean my own gutters in my brand new house for the very first time. I was really excited. I was able to change my smoke detectors and put all the new light bulbs in the lights that are a little bit higher than I am. This is 6 easy payments of $26.66. And if you go to littlegiantladder.com, where a lot of people shop and buy their ladders, this is $299.
It is.
And people understand the value and go, you know what, $300 for a ladder that does 24 different things?
Yeah.
I'm in. I would do that. But you don't need to do that here. We're under $160. What is that you're saving? Oh, about $139 of real cash.
You could actually
when
spend
you
that
shop
on
here
one ladder.
on one ladder.
One extension ladder would easily be that much. And the challenge is then you're dealing with a really tall extension ladder.
Yeah.
This one here, if I need a 4-foot step ladder, I leave it like that.
Okay.
If I want a 5-foot, leave it there. 6-foot, 7-foot. You customize this ladder to fit the job you want to work on. It's
That's
that
what I
quick,
love.
it's that easy. But this is going to do some things you really never dream of with another ladder. Here's one. Sometimes the ground around your house isn't quite perfectly flat or level. So what we do is we adjust it for ramps, sloping ground, staircases. Take it right up the stairs with you.
Yep.
Now, if you need to get close to a job, this is the one I use the most. Normal step ladders look just like this. But if you want to get really close to a wall or window, watch this. Flat up against the wall, you come up on this side, you're right in that tight corner, and of course there's no spreader bars to damage plants or anything you're going over the top of. Now here's one feature you're going to love. Sometimes you have to get up to those taller projects. This is the equivalent of a 17-foot lean-to extension ladder. It has that wide flare.
Flare at the top, yes.
And the same at the bottom. But we do something different with our ladders. Little Giant's motto has always been making sure that people are secure and safe when they're up there.
Sure.
Well, when you're up working, we put rubber feet to prevent it from slipping because rubber grips, plastic slips. Take this down. Now watch this one. This is the one that literally is going to cut your work time in half.
I love this.
And the reason why we say that
is
we're going to cut the ladder in half.
there's another baby ladder in there.
It has its own rubber feet on the bottom.
It's a mommy ladder and a baby ladder. And it's not even a baby ladder because they actually are the same.
Now, turn this around and notice what we did. We made 2 separate trussels.
Yes.
It's right behind you is what the purpose of this for. If you and I wanted to climb up here and do some painting projects.
We're going to paint.
Whether we had,
we're going to wash some windows.
whether it's a plank of ours or a wooden 2x12.
Yep.
We're walking back and forth getting a room done in half the time because you're not moving a ladder every couple of feet.
That's right. You know what? And if you want this plank, that information is on your screen. So let me invite you to do something at 4 a.m. on a Saturday morning. If you've got this Little Giant ladder, please give us a call and share with us your story. We're at 1-800-395-1601. The other thing is that I mentioned this is a customer top-rated brand. If you go on QVC.com, which I did just to read, because I'm like, really, why are people raving about a ladder? But a ladder is one of those things where you're like, you give your honey the to-do list, and then he says, all right, honey, and goes off to do the to-do list and grabs that rickety old ladder, and your heart beats in your chest, and you're like, okay, now my heart is stuck in my throat because my honey's up in the air on a ladder that's not going to hold him. And Mel, we're actually looking at some video that's showing about this particular ladder.
It is. It's so easy to use outside the house. It's easy to adjust. The lock tabs just pop into the holes that you need so you can adjust the height to what you want. Again, it has the wide flare that adds so much more stability to the ladder when you're up there. And of course, rubber feet help. Those wheels are already attached. You don't have to put them on when you get ready to roll it from place to place. It's so simple to do. And again, those rubber feet prevent the ladder from slipping when you're up there. The great thing I love about this ladder is it is a true two-person ladder. It supports 250 pounds on each side.
Each side.
And we actually test it
Yeah.
for 4 times that. So you
that
know
was
you're
me
gonna
the
feel
other
secure.
day. Gutter
Was it?
removal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing gutter removal. Leaf removal from the gutters.
Well, the spring cleanup is coming, Rachel.
Yeah.
And to have the ability to work on those really unlevel ground, just imagine this is a sloping ground up against the side of the house.
Right.
Where the ground's not perfectly flat, or a staircase. If I wanted to paint in stairs, I can do it safely and securely. Now, the one right behind us is this one.
Wowza.
Now, that's a tall extension ladder. But the
Yeah.
great thing is, this is the same ladder we started with. It's only 4 feet tall when we're all done.
Right.
But notice the wide flare for stability. Now, I want to show you something because I know it's hard to compare a little giant ladder to a typical ladder.
Sure.
We went to a local hardware store, just bought one ladder out of the 24 that this gives you.
Did you pay $159?
We paid $139 for this one.
See, I mean, I asked because, you know, our price is that $159 and you're getting everything here and you're like, oh, we paid 20 bucks less for one ladder. Remember, this is 24 in one.
And this one is actually shorter than ours.
Right.
It doesn't hold as much weight. It doesn't give you a step ladder, a staircase ladder, 2 trestles for scaffolding. It doesn't do unlevel ground at all.
Right.
But the challenge is you're not storing 4 feet tall. You're almost over 6.
You're almost over 6 feet. So let me just say a couple of things. One is, the reality is that sooner or later, when you own a home, you got to get up off the ground.
You do.
It's like, I don't know, a rule. There's
Yes.
stuff in your house that needs to get done, or there's stuff around the house that requires you to be taller than you are. Now, if you've been me, you've gotten up on, you pull over the kitchen chair,
Yes.
you get up on that, maybe you add a book, or you lean against the banister and you do this or whatever. Don't do like I do, because that's silly. And, you know, it's just those everyday things that all of a sudden you go whoops bang. This is like a hard left turn, but I was walking in, it was freezing rain the other day. I fell on my face, like just 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
I slipped and fell, and it's like, it's those everyday things where all of a sudden you thought you were doing something normal, and then things got topsy-turvy and you're hurt.
Quickly.
And quickly.
Yes.
And that's the thing. You think, oh, I'm going to pull over the kitchen chair. I'm going to stand on the kitchen chair and I'm going to get that thing up on the top of the shelf.
Right.
And all of a sudden you're in trouble. And that's why, you know, people rave about this ladder. Frankly, when you go to see the reviews, everybody's like, it's the safety. It's the confidence.
Yeah.
It's the, oh, I can do whatever I need to do and I can reach up there and, you know, lean and all that stuff because I've got the stability and I've got the confidence in what's holding me up in the air, frankly.
You know, it's hard to tell you're even on that side of the ladder. And the reason why this ladder is so solid is we make it out of this boxed aircraft alloy. It's super strong. This ladder is the lightest one we've ever made, but still just as strong because of the material.
Right.
This is a great little tool for the 500,000 people that have already bought a little giant here at QVC. It's
Yep.
called the cargo hole. Fits right over the top.
Cool.
Just set it on there, put all your stuff on there. It's just so much easier to work this way. And of course, nothing's falling off, and it stays with the ladder. It closes, it opens, it doesn't come off, so you leave it right where it's at.
The other thing that you told me that I learned from presenting with you is that a lot of times people get on a ladder and then they lean,
Yes.
they careen to the side.
That's right.
You need to have a ladder. The reason this is so important that it goes flush up against spaces where you want to be is that you were saying you want your center of gravity to really be over that ladder. So that
right.
ladder needs to be positioned properly, which is why that 24-in-1 is so important if you want to get up in those corners and do all that stuff. I think we've got video showing all the 24-in-1, just to remind you, if you're new to Little Giant, you're going, are you guys showing me just a one-hit wonder ladder? No to the no.
That's right.
This is 24 different things you can do.
It does 24 different things, but remember, when you're all done, it stores very simply
Right.
and 4 feet tall. And honestly, Rachel, it could do 100 things, but if you didn't feel secure on the ladder, it
doesn't
not
matter.
worth it. That's
Right, right.
This is the difference with the Little Giant, is you're buying a
We have the
quality
graphic
brand,
on the side, too,
and it's
showing
so
you.
nice to stand on something that feels solid and secure.
Yeah, it says, what is it, 4A ladders? It just says the list of things that this does.
Yeah, four
A-frames.
A-frames, 6 staircase ladders, and of course the 90 degrees, that's the one I use the most. 7 extension ladders, and then your trestles for painting, trimming hedges. That saves so much time.
Absolutely right. You know what? Call us and let us know how you're using your Little Giant. We're at 34271. That actually is the item number of this little giant ladder. Our phone number is 1-800-395-1601, just to be clear on that. The shipping and handling is free, by the way, to get this home. So instead of $9.97, that's in your pocket. It's $26.66 on that easy payment plan that everyone can take advantage of. I love my dear model Amy is showing us some examples of how you use this.
Yes, inside, outside, it doesn't matter. This works perfect for both, especially as inside because it compacts down so small, it's easy to transport, it's easy to store. When you need to take it up a little bit higher as an extension ladder, it's very easy to adjust that way. It does come with wheels, which is really nice. Whether you're on staircases, ramps, sloping ground, you don't have to adjust anything on this as far as wheels. They come pre-attached. It is a true two-person ladder. Sometimes 4 hands are better than 2, especially when you're installing a fan or a light up there and you need someone to hold it in place.
Absolutely right. And you've been with Little Giant how long now?
Over 20 years.
And so do you talk to people about safety on ladders?
We do.
I thought you talked about that with me.
You know, the motto is preventing injuries and saving lives. That is the entire motto of Little Giant Ladders. When we make a new ladder, we always want to make sure that what we're doing is adding more security to the ladder.
Okay.
Whether it's rubber feet to prevent it from slipping, welding on our rungs instead of just riveting them on.
Sure.
There's a reason why this ladder has a lifetime warranty, top to bottom, is because the way we make them, we design them to be made to last a lifetime.
And did you share with me that like workers, professional workers out there rely on Little Giant?
They do. It's one of those projects, they don't have to buy ladder racks for their trucks. They can throw this in the back. It doesn't take up a lot of space. But as you just experienced with me standing on it, it's hard to tell you were even on, or I was, because of the way it's made.
Absolutely right. And this is the Helium. And this was made for a certain reason. Share with us why. Like, you've had Little Giant ladders for forever. Why make a Helium?
Yeah, the idea was we wanted to make them a little bit lighter. We had to go with a stronger alloy to do that. So it's much lighter. It's still as strong as all of our other Type 1 ladders, but the beautiful thing about it is it still has the functionality that you want when you're working with a Little Giant.
And it's 28 pounds. That's the bottom line. How much did the other one weigh?
32.
See, so it's 28 pounds, right? So under 30 pounds, and you've got 24 different ways to use one ladder. And here are all the ways that you can actually use this ladder.
Yeah, it starts at 4 feet 7 inches, gives you a 5, 6, 7 foot step ladder. It's excellent in staircase or 90-degree angles, so you can work on those unlevel surfaces. But when you need to go up a little bit higher, just rotate it straight open. You have your own extension ladder for cleaning gutters out, getting up to trees. You can split it apart, so you have 2 trussels, run a plank in between them. Now you're painting, trimming hedges in half the time. But remember, when it's all done, 4 foot 7 inches. This is as small as it gets right here. You can throw that in the back of a car and haul it somewhere.
Absolutely right. And, you know, I think we've presented this several times, but I don't remember if I've ever seen this at a lower price than the $159.95.
Yes.
And with the 6 easy payments of $26.66, get this ladder home. You know, spring is right around the corner. And all those to-do lists are just getting longer and longer, because after a season ends, you need to go out and make sure, you know, is this tight? Is this on right? You know, or you're swapping things in and out and making sure that the home is ready for the next season. On littlegiant.com, this ladder, every day, all day, is $299. This ladder, the one that we have for under $160, is $299. So that $139 is real money that you get to save in your pocket and keep in your pocket because you were wise and shopped here with us at QVC. That 6 months of easy pay, everyone gets to take advantage of, so you can use it. You can shop with any one of 7 major credit cards. Put $26.66 on this. Get your honey-do list out. Throw the sheet down. You know, I was like unrolling a thing. Give the honey-do list, that long list, and be like, honey, Mel, this is the list, and here's the ladder. Go do whatever you do.
But at least give them something they're going to feel secure on. We care about the people that work around our home, and we want them to feel secure when they're up there. This allows them to customize the ladder to fit the job. So if I'm going to have a small job around the house, I'll leave it in 4 feet.
Sure.
If I need a little bit more height, I'll take it to 5. If I want to go to a 6, take it right there. If you want to go up to a 7-foot step ladder, you're all set, and it's that quick, that easy. But I got to show you this one.
Okay.
This is the one that's really going to help. Sometimes around the outside of the house, the ground slopes away, makes it dangerous when you're working there. So I can adjust this ladder to fit on that sloping ground like this. Ramps, I can adjust it like this. Staircases, I literally can take it right up the stairs with me. It feels like a normal step ladder. This is the one I personally use the most.
Right.
Normal step ladder, but when I want to get close to a wall or window, I drop this down one more. It makes this side flat up against
Straight.
it. And as you mentioned earlier, Rachel, it allows you to stay in the center of the ladder instead of reaching off to one side or the other where those accidents tend to happen. Now, go up a little bit higher, rotate this straight open, and then just telescope it up to the height that you need. And then you have what's equivalent to a 17-foot extension ladder.
That's incredible. So, you know, here you might be watching and going, okay, well, I own my own business, or I do repair work, or I do construction work for somebody, or, you know, I'm just that do-it-yourself, you know, fix-it kind of guy. A ladder